Haven't you stopped to think why is that people when they speak in their non-native language, they tend to pronounce weird and it's hard to articulate the word correctly? Today, my partner Jonathan Rodriguez and I, Angel Castillo, going to compare a contrast point between English and Spanish in their vowel system. Spanish and English language both have five vowel letters: A, E, I, O, and U. But actually, the resemblance stops there. Spanish have five pure vowels and they are pronounced just like they look like. This means they have five sounds: A, E, I, O, U. What we are not usually taught at school is that in English these five letters have 12 or more distinct vowel sounds. This might be the reason why it's so hard for many non-speakers to pronounce and to have a good accent. This is why speakers may have a hard time differentiating between words like sad or sit. The short English sound for A or for I do not exist in Spanish. This makes it difficult for Spanish speakers to distinguish between these sounds. Spanish vowels are always short. They are pronounced in approximately half the time compared to English vowels. According to Bianca Quintero, 350 milliseconds. The English vowels are 160 milliseconds. The Spanish, for example, árbol, apple. Have you noticed how strong is the Spanish accent when we speak Spanish? It's because in Spanish the vowels are exaggerated like árbol, whereas in English the vowels have less vowels like brother. We need to know that in Spanish, most important part of a word are the vowels, while in English are the consonants. This means that Spanish speakers tend to vocalize even when they speak in English. Pronunciating Spanish requires a lot of tension in the mouth, but in the other hand, when we pronounce English vowels, your mouth is generally more relaxed because its articulation or position is usually closer to the center of your mouth. In Spanish, for example, with the word uno, but in case of English, word good or one, we can see there is not much tension.
The pronunciation of vowel in English. For English vowels, your mouth is generally more relaxed, and Spanish requires is tension in the mouth. The deep tone of the English language are almost the same except for which does not exist in Spanish. For example, fly, came in, buy, oigo. The schwa a big difference. The schwa is what adopt the most common vowel phoneme in English, but it doesn't exist in Spanish. Other difference between Spanish and English, some combinations are pronounced differently. For example, in Spanish, the U is not pronounced when it appears in combination with Q. Therefore, students are probably unsure of how to pronounce words like queen, quiet, or quick in English. Other difference between Spanish and English: position of the mouth. A little change in the position of your mouth can make you produce a different vowel sound. Thank you.